Beauty from Ashes, a story of pain and faith. Bisi had always believed that God is good. Not just in theory but in how she lived, loved, and gave. She was the one everyone turned to for prayer, encouragement, and direction. Her faith wasn't loud or flashy, but it was deep, strong, unshakable, or so she thought. Until the day her 7-month-old son, Ifeoluwa, died in his sleep. It happened without warning. One moment, he was smiling, the next, he was gone. Doctors called it sudden infant death syndrome. No explanation. No one to blame. Just grief. Bisi's world dimmed. The prayers that once flowed from her lips now felt dry. Her Bible sat unopened. She asked the questions many were afraid to voice. If God is all-powerful, why didn't he stop it? If he's loving, why didn't he intervene? If he's near, why does he feel so far away? People tried to comfort her. Some with scriptures. Some with silence. But nothing made sense. One morning, her mother came over. She didn't speak much, just made her tea and sat beside her. Then, gently, she said, "Even Job questioned God. Even David cried out in the Psalms. Even Jesus, on the cross, asked, 'My God, why have you forsaken me?' You see, questioning God doesn't mean you've lost your faith. Sometimes, it means your faith is real enough to wrestle with pain." That conversation didn't fix everything. But it opened the door. Weeks later, Bisi joined a support group for grieving mothers. She wasn't ready to speak, but she listened. And one day, a woman shared her story, a painfully familiar story. As she broke down in tears, something in Bisi stirred. She reached out, took the woman's hand, and for the first time since her loss, she cried with someone, not alone. The support group became a beacon of hope in her journey. That moment became a turning point. Bisi didn't find all the answers. But she saw something deeper. Not the kind you always feel, but the kind that holds you when you don't. Slowly, she returned to her music, ministry, and calling, not because the pain had disappeared, but because she had discovered that God never had. She began to speak to others walking through grief. She launched a small support group of her own. Her faith, though scared, had become a well others could draw from. And through it all, she learned something profound. That maybe God doesn't always stop suffering. But he never wastes it. He uses it to shape, strengthen, and make us more compassionate. And sometimes, to turn our deepest pain into someone else's healing. This realization was a source of inspiration for Bisi and can be for you, too. So why does a good God allow suffering? Not because he's cruel. Not because he's absent. But because in a broken world, even pain has a purpose. And in the hands of a good God, it can lead to beauty, even through the ashes. If this story inspires you, please don't keep it to yourself. Kindly subscribe, like, press the notification button, and share it with someone who needs a reminder of what truly matters.